Hello everyone, welcome to session 4. This is the last session for Pisces. And today I have this CD in. This is David Young. I got it at a New Age fair years ago, and it's nice coloring music. I like it. All right, so here we go. So I'm starting with that peach color first. Gonna have to shave this one a little bit. Get rid of those. I would love to see how your pages came out. So if you want to share them with me, you can email them to me through my website. That's Christine at dancedreamsandcolor.com. That's probably the easiest way. You can also post them on the Facebook page in a private message. I'd love to show them on my gallery. Remember, there's no right way, there's only your way. So, I'm sure they're coming out beautifully. Just going and darkening it from the edge. And Smoochie's here with me. So far he's been behaving, but I can't guarantee it. Oh, here he comes. He's being very needy today. So I'm using my handy shell dish. It goes with my mermaid month theme. I love it. So all this month, everything we color will have to do with the water and the beach. I'm missing it. I heard Cape May opened up their beaches for people to walk. I was so tempted to run down there. It's about a 2.5 to 3 hour drive from where I live. I really miss the beach. So I'm going in and touching a couple like things. There's little dots here. I'm gonna do a little bit of the inside of that loopy. The sun is shining again today. I feel so blessed. Thank goodness we've had this nice weather where we can get outside and take walks. I don't know if you have a garden, but I have what I would like to be a garden. I'm working on it. I'm more of the pots of flowers kind of person. But I have space, so if I continue to have time, that might happen yet. Okay, so then I took my favorite fuchsia color, and that needs to be sharpened too, I think, a little bit. And this one I went into like the loops. So I think I might need to start wearing my reading glasses. I don't believe it. I don't know about any of you guys, but I'm on that edge where I can still get by. But I don't know. Soon I'm gonna have to shift over to wearing them for things like this, I think. I keep missing, I can tell I'm missing some of the edges here. Alright. So it's a little different feel than the other ones, but it's okay too. And while I'm doing this, I'm thinking about this top whoosh. What color to do it. I like the way that's coming out too. It's our coral reef. Use a little bit of a circle. Sometimes when you go in circles, it makes it easier to get into those spaces. I like it's creating a little bit of a texture too, which kind of looks cool if it's coral I'm going for. And I'm going to take a little bit of this into here so that it blends it in there. It's a neat transition. So you can put painter's tape around your edges to mask it. Uh-oh, broken pencil. Oh, darn it. I hate when that happens. Just lost a 1/4 inch off of my favorite pencil. I must have been pressing too hard at one time. All right. So on Saturday, I'll download another picture onto my website, and you can color along with me next week. I try to post the tutorials Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, so in a row like that, and then you can watch them, you know, however. I'm not sure if I'm going to leave them up on the page for too long, on the YouTube page. I'm not sure how much space I have, and make room for the next set. I also realized that my videos were unlisted for a while, so they're all public now. I think if people went looking for them, they maybe didn't find them. So I'll leave them on for a little bit longer. Put more color in here. So I think I'm going to do a whole over another orange, but with a little bit more of a punch. So this one is 837. Remember, you can use whatever colors you want. Oh yeah, that's what I needed. So it's adding a little bit, some bright spots in there. And I was thinking, right, this along, I love apricot next to teal. I started doing paintings with these color contrasts. I don't know why I like it so much, but there's like such a nice energy comes from it, don't you think? One of my paintings called Aquamarina, painted it, wow, probably 10 years ago. That's these colors, the teals and the apricots. I'll be posting her soon as part of my Mermaid Month, Mermaid celebration. Yeah, see how the orange just makes it kind of go on fire? That's really cool. All right, so I'm gonna do that over this one, even though I don't know what this swoosh is gonna look like. I like that way that. She actually looks like she's swimming in volcano lava now. But coral reefs have all these bright colors in them too, so I love the way that looks. Okay, I do think I'm going to do this one back in the blues though, but not quite sure which ones, so we'll think about it. There's a light blue to start. I think I'll use that one. All right, so I'm using this as 847. And let's see how this, I'm gonna try, I went over the edge a little bit there. Clean up my mess. So yeah, I don't think too far ahead, so you're kind of with me on this journey. And as I've said in other videos, when you go to download the freebie from my site, print out a couple for yourself. And then if you ever want to go back and color it again, you can. Some people don't like to color the same page more than once. But you can always get somebody in the family to sit down and join in with you. Deeper. So to create the three-dimensional feelings, we have to have a little bit of contrast between the darker of the color and the light. So you just press harder. That's all you got to do. It's pretty neat. So when I was going to school for my degree in graphic design, I think it was the advertising class actually, we spent a little bit of time with colored pencils, practicing creating smooth, like a wash of color. That was back when we were illustrating on an illustration board, and the computer, that's where actually I learned my first page maker, my computer's software, and Illustrator came next. But we've come so far now with all that digital graphics. But that's helped me with these pages. So what I do is I draw them first, and then I trace them with a digital pen. So all these lines are computer generated right now. So that way I could shade some, make them lighter. Like these are all actually gray, they're not black. So that when you color them, they disappear into your coloring. I didn't want people to finish the coloring page and see lots of black lines. I wanted it to look like you had painted it yourself. And then also by doing the digital tracing, it made it much easier to publish the books. They were all ready to go, all the pictures. It does take a lot of time though to do it. I'm getting a little better at using the electric pen stylus tool and stuff, but it is challenging. Some coloring book artists draw with the pen right away. They don't do even a hand drawing first. I haven't gotten to that stage yet. Somehow a real pencil still feels best in my hands. So if you have any requests of which page, oh, there's something under my page. Oh, but you know what? I can't get to it. Oh, it's gonna cause a little bump. That's all right. I'll go real gentle. So yeah, if you have any requests, if any of you have my book, volume 1. Volume 2 is more of a like an educational tool for ballet students and teachers. There are a few pages that have mostly coloring like a dancer or something on them, but most of them have the terms, the actual words to color. Yeah, one day I was getting ready to teach my weekly classes, and I was like, geez, I wish I had a coloring page for them that did this step, you know, or to explain this stuff. I was like, oh, I can do that. And then I thought, oh boy, if I needed this, there are other dance teachers that would need this too. And that's how volume 2 started. I think I remember being on the beach and years ago, thinking what volume 2 should be, and I remember thinking alphabet, but then it must have gone to the back of my consciousness and came up when it was ready, I guess. It's just kind of neat. Volume 3 is going to be a boys ballet alphabet, so along the same lines, but more for boy dancers. And then I would like to do an Art Nouveau book, Art Nouveau dancers, and then also a Ukrainian dance one. I have a few pages for that one done already. So I'm not even really thinking too much right now. I'm just kind of going with the flow. So that works. Kind of like those lines dark. I'm just making some random choices about things. So the line, against the wing, how I like to contrast that a little bit. I think I'm gonna bring that green back in. Or, I'm gonna go right for a yellow. So here it is here, and this is gonna make it greeny. But I want to create like more of a definition between the wing or whatever that is. So she's more of a fish than a mermaid, but she's pretty. I kind of like that. I'm not quite sure where the fish ends and the girl begins with this one, but I think we might finish sooner than the half hour today. I went a little over last time. It's interesting, I guessed 4 sessions and that's how long it's taken. I know on a sunny day like today, I think more people are outside than sitting inside coloring. So I saw a list somewhere. Someone said that you should do something creative every day. I mean, it could be anything, like cooking is also can be creative. Although I think everybody's doing a lot of that because they have to, right? But yeah, considering it's like a half-hour session, I'm noticing I haven't been painting at all, but it feels good, that half hour. Oh my goodness, we're almost done. So I want to do a little bit of defining there. Gonna pull out one of my dark colors. This is a purple. This will work. I'm gonna go along that edge right there because I want that to be a little separate. Oh, this is looks so cool. So yeah, I was explaining, I love the way that these pencils layer. They really are cool. Under the armpit. There was an extra line in there. I don't really know why I drew that. I think it was supposed to be her hair when I first designed it, but I don't know. It's been so long, I don't really remember why I did a lot of things I did here. So it was 2016 when I published volume 1. So it's coming on a birthday. So I'll be giving away some freebies and coupons. So if you go on my site and subscribe, you'll get an email, and that has the free download link in it usually every week, and also coupons. If you subscribe, I give discount coupons to my Etsy shop. This color in here is so beautiful, isn't it? I love that. This is kind of like the last step. We're gonna add some more darky spots, and I know I haven't done this yet because I'm not quite sure what to do with that. I don't know, anybody have any suggestions? It seems like such an important little source of energy right there. I'm gonna make this tail pop even a little more. So what is this color that's working so beautifully? 878. Oh, I love it. It's like a deep purpley royal color. Kind of playing around. I think this could also be like one of those things that, you know, if you really wanted to, you could just keep coming back and back and back and finding things to do. Sometimes it's like, wow, like, doesn't that look cool? It's like, wow, that was easy, and it made such a difference in the way that shape is. Remember, to get something to pop out, you want to put that like little shadow line around it. Don't think we need to do top and bottom. Oh wow, she's really coming out now. Look at that. She just came right out of the background. I think as human beings we understand shadows too, so it feels like visually right away we know what's happening. Let's keep that up. We'll make a shadow around here too. And I think I want to do a little bit more of a dark blue around this edge. This is the fine tuning, everybody. So I think it's done at any time you feel it's done, but you definitely can go back and play with this. So those deeper colors make it really rich, you know. I like outlining the lines on this one. Maybe not always on every coloring thing I do, but on this one it seems to work because it helps create the flow of the water. I love doing colors opposite corners. If you notice, if you go look at my paintings, I usually That's how I do my backgrounds. I do them diagonally, and I make sure I have a bright corner and a contrasting corner, and then it all works out from there somehow. Yeah, see, that needed a little bit there. I like that too. This needed a little bit more rounding, in my opinion. There's a cool texture happening there. Do you remember doing like tissue things where you would put the tissue on a bark of a tree, or I remember doing it in a cemetery near here, and you do the rubbings. I was collecting things from packaging, like a cucumber tray or something, and it had these little octopus dots on it, and I was like, oh my gosh, this would be perfect to create a texture, but then I was like, okay, this is a little silly, Chrissy, and then I pitched out my my collection of stuff because I was saving too much. But I love when you find textures like that. You can really use them in your coloring. You put it under the page, and then you'll get that texture will come through. All right, everybody, I think it's time to figure out what we're going to do here. I think I'm going to make like an orange-red dot. We don't really have any red in this thing, and it might be the wrong thing to do, but something is telling me we needed some red in here. So then I think we have every color. So I'm gonna go slow so I don't scare myself here. It's a red orb. That's her fiery spirit. And her tail. Just gonna go into the curly and see what happens. Real gentle so that I can layer some other colors in there. And then we do orange. There are so many coloring pages and tutorials online. I've been trying to put together a list of like ones that people recommend, because it's just so overwhelming. Can you imagine making your living just coloring all day? Oh, I think I like it. Now this is inspiring me, everybody. I'm gonna put some orange in here. Remember, you don't have to do what I do. If you don't like the way this looks, just don't do it. But I kind of like it. The fire. It looks organic, like something is coming alive from inside there. There's also another theme in my artwork, these windy. They feel so organic, yes, is the word. I feel like it could be water or energy or the roots of a tree or the veins around your heart. I don't know, that drawing that shape really, it flows out of me really easy, and I feel like I understand it. It's a little hard to explain, but you'll see that in a lot of my work, these vines See this stuff kind of like that. I use it for a lot of different things. All right, and you know what? We'll do these. There'll be like little seed echoes of that big one. I'll put in a couple more. Ooh, this is neat. So remember I had said too, if you want, get yourself a certificate frame, you know, the 8.5 by 11, and pop your coloring page in and put it on a little easel or on your window ledge and enjoy it. Be proud of what you've done. You know, you brought some color and something into the world that wasn't there before. And no one else will color exactly the same as you, so it's uniquely you. That's more orange. Oh, I really like this. This is where the fun artsy part comes out. Gonna do a little bit more yellow. There's a lot happening in this seaweed. So this is just the yellow. Sorry, I stopped talking about what I'm doing because I got in the zone. So I'm just taking the yellow, taking you guys for a ride in my zone. Oh, that's so exciting. I love that part. Okay. A little bit of yellow up in here. So yellow is kind of a magical color, I think, in here in terms of the pencil. It really adds some. I'm going to put a little bit on her chest to brighten up her skin. I'm gonna miss coloring this one when it's done. It's been fun. Believe it or not, I don't think I'd colored this whole one yet myself. So thank you all. You inspired me to do it myself. Oh, there we go. Now we're adding some fire to the tail. I'm just putting a couple lines right on the bump there. Wow, that really did. You see what it does? It makes like touched by sunlight right there. So right on the top of the curve. And this still is not thrilling me, the bottom of the tail. And I'm not quite sure what to do to fix that. You see, it's like I wish it was like I picked orange or something maybe. Ooh, I have an idea. How about I go with that red? Let's see what happens. Oh yeah, there we go. That's what I needed. So this is just the red. I'm pressing pretty hard to get it. That's exactly what it needed, was that little edge of punch color. And we'll do that as bright as we can get it. Boy, that went through a lot of colors, didn't it? I think it was very light purple first, and then I put some blue in there. And so the red is what I think did it. Yeah. So if I would have made that decision sooner, it would probably have been a little brighter red, but this works. pull through my paper. I think I'm going to do it right there a little bit. See, because it's just never ending. You could really just keep going and going and going and going and layering. So it kind of reminds me of pastels, because you can do that with pastels too. So that's creating a little bit more of a ripple edge there. So I would imagine if I sat and tried to do this in one sitting, I probably wouldn't have done all these interesting things, you know? You kind of just color it. You don't take the time to, you get kind of bored with it, you know? And you want to move on. And I'm going to take this red up here too to balance out the red on the bottom. So now we're talking about the art of it. So I it's my corners again, right? So put some of that red up here to balance out the red down there. And this is over here a little intense more. I think we're gonna say it's done. Bring out the neck. That's her shadows, that side of her face. So you want it to have a little bit of shadow, and that side of the forehead. And that one finger is darker. See the one that's back there, but that worked out. Ooh, I think it's done. This is exciting. Okay, so then this is really important, everybody. Now you gotta take a Sharpie or a pen. I got a Sharpie, and you gotta sign it. Oops, I almost messed up my own signature. So it was a lot of fun. So I hope you enjoyed coloring with me. I really had a good time. And check back in. Saturday, the free download will be up on the site. Sunday, I'll have my first coloring. I usually do it between 11 and 12 sometime and get it posted by 1 or 2. So let you know. All right, thank you. Bye.